Today we are on Equitopia, and today I will be showing you how to care for your horses, and some of my horses as well. So the barn behind me is actually my breeding facility barn, which is where my pregnant horses go. I currently have 2 of them. So what I do is I'll write the name of the horse, when I bred them, and what baby they might be having. So this Miracle goes in here. She was bred on the 26th. She might be having a stallion, and I believe it takes 3 to 5 days for your horse to give birth. And over here we have the Art of Trust, who was bred on the 27th and is having a mare. And while we're here, I'm actually going to bring Miracle in wherever she is. And by the looks of things, Miracle may have escaped, which is not great. Oh dear. Here, well, what we can do is you can just press HL, which shows our horse's list, and then we can go to the second page, and here she is here. So we'll just TP her to us by doing HTP here. And here she is. And then you can leash your horse and then lead them back to where you want to go. So let's bring her inside. Now, to groom your horse on here, it's very easy. All you need to feed your horse on, groom your horse on here even, is a sweet scraper, soft brush, hoof pick, and a hard brush. And what you do is you right click your horse and you go to groom. And first you click scrape sweet, and then you left click, and as you can see it says you have used sweet scraper on My Little Miracle, and then My Little Miracle is no longer sweating. And then you do the same, you go up to groom, and then groom, and you left click again, and that's your horse groomed. And if you do HI, you can see all of your horse's information. And these tabs show you the other information. So here we have the traits, height of the horse, the weight of the horse, the discipline. Each horse can have up to 3 disciplines on the server. The jump of the horse, and you can jump train your horse, and then sometimes they just have a max jump, which means they cannot go any higher. The division, which is their speed, the level of the horse, and the higher the level, the more the horse costs if you want to sell it. And as you can see, the cleanness of My Little Miracle is beautiful because we just groomed her. She's not shoed currently, but you can call a farrier like this person and get your horse shoed. And as you can see, it's pregnant, and when a horse is in heat, this will be red and saying in heat. And normally the horses go into heat a week before their birthday, which means you can breed them. And then this shows everyone that's interacted with your horse, and if your horse is registered. If your horse is registered, you can do H lineage, which shows basically the family tree, shall we say. And if your horse has had normally mares, it does the same for stallions if they're the dad. So say we go to, let's see, we'll go to Winter Fairy because I know she's had the full. So if you go to Winter Fairy and then do /H lineage, you'll see that she has a second page, which is her children. Now, I'm going to show you how to care for your horse. So, we need to make sure these are short so she doesn't escape. So here is where water goes. The crops in this game don't actually do anything, they're just for like decoration. And then here is a hay net where you can put lots of hay for your horse for them to eat. They also eat the grass when they're outside, but they also need a water source. And then here, I don't think there's anything in here just now, but basically you can right click on here if you're in the right position, and then you can put food in here for your horse as well, which is cool. Let's go to my other horses. Oh yeah, while we're here actually, As you can see, the Art of Trust has done the toilet everywhere. So you can just left click and it gets rid of them. And you can also tack up your horse as well, as you can see. And then you can refill water with the water buckets, and then refill the hay nets with the hay. But to get food for the feed buckets, or to get your horse up a level of food, etc., you can go to /market. And as you can see, there's 3 different options. So in the horses, we have the private option, and your horse has to be over a certain age for you chaps to get any money for your horse. And this is for if no one will buy your horse, so you can sell it, but then you won't be able to get it back. It basically kills the horse in a way. And then build a horse is where you can build your own horse. You can get your first horse for free, or you can get a build a horse token, which also gets a horse for free. And the horse auction is other players' horses that you can buy. And then if we go back and we go to manure market, all the manure you pick up you can sell for money here. So I only have 3 bits, but if I do sell all, you'll see that I got some money for it here. And then we'll go to items, and you can have the creative items, which are the saddle rugs and stuff. And these are all the saddles and saddle rugs you can get. And then we go to saddles, and there's different colour saddles as well. And then if you go to the items, you can have accessories, which is the crop and spurs. And then consumables is all the horse food you can get. And then this is the farriers tab, so they can buy shoes for your horse. And then the grooming supplies, where you can fly spray your horse yourself. And then oh yeah, we already did that. And then we've got the medical supplies for the dentists and vets. And then we have all the vaccinations for vets as well. Then these are some of the tack options that we have. And then we've got more vaccinations. And then in the black market, we've got an extra month to go to horse token, fertility booster, perfect weight, miracle illness, discipline reset, temporary NP, instant pregnancy, age up, showing reset, and extra monthly breeding. You also have to keep yourself fully hunger first, or you'll get kicked off your horse constantly. And this tells you your time zone, when you're last seen, how long you're online for, your nickname, etc. And if you do HP, it shows your show name, your level, and if you have any professions, which is basically if you have a job on the server. And then in this chest here is where I keep all of my medical stuff. I only have the 2 ultrasounds for now, but I'll show you what an ultrasound looks like. And also you can play fun games in the chat like Hangman and stuff. And every hour on the server there is auto events, which you can get money for. So here we have my little Miracle's ultrasound. So as you can see, she's 4 years old. The date she was born and the time. And then twin, it's very rare to get twins, and normally if you do get twins, either one of the foals will die, or the mother could die. And then as you can see here, the gender's a stallion, and then the coat, which is seal brown. And normally in notes, if it's a complicated, like pregnancy, it'll say complications or something, which means you have to like get a vet to basically abort the baby, and then you can breed the horse again, or you can keep the foal even if it has complications. But then that could result in one of either the foal or the mum dying, or both, which is what happened with my little Miracle. Or sometimes it doesn't even say there's complications. And then in here are where I keep all of my other horses. And you can just care for all the horses the same, but it's best to keep foals of the mum until they're about 2 or 3. And as you can see, this is the auto events I was on about. And then you can go to Warp Mall like that, where you can buy supplies and clothing and stuff. As you can see in here, I've went to the mall and I got a new horse kit, a new mini kit, and a show jumping kit. So for example, we'll take one of these rugs. And let's find a horse that doesn't have a rug on. Let me see. Here we go. So to get a rug or a saddle or anything on your horse, you're going to shift, right click. Or not, this horse just doesn't want to function. There we go. Okay, you just right click. There we go. And then you can drag it into this slot. And then you push escape. And then you can put different tack items in here, like halters, etc. And then this is the same page. You can set your horse's home in a pasture and a stall. So as you can see now, the horse now has the rug on. And while we're here, we're just going to clean up the stall. So I'll give you a quick tour of my plot as well, and then I'll explain some more things. So over here we've got the lunging arena, where basically you get a horse and you have to lead it with a lead. And you do /H lunge, which helps to lunge the horse. So I'll show you that quickly actually while we're here. We can take this horse. And then you do /H lunge, and as you can see, the horse is now being lunged. But sometimes the horses do glitch, and they just stop for whatever reason. And then to send a horse to its home, you do /H home. To set a horse's home, you have to stand where you are, and then you do /set home. But if you want to set the horse's home in a pasture, you do /set home pasture, like that. So I actually have 4 barns on this plot, and then the breeding facility, which is a different smaller barn. And I have a lot of pastures, and then here we've got all the different types of foods that my horses can have, and over here they each have a chest which puts in their food for the day. And then if we go over here, we've got my racetrack here. We've got some smaller pastures as well. And then if we go all the way to the back of my plot, I have a show jumping arena with another barn here as well. And to buy things for your plot, you do /truck. And then as you can see, I've got 62 stalls, etc. on here. Now we're going to talk about different things with your horse. So if you do /HL, as you can see, some horses have got pink lines, some have got yellow lines, and then some don't have anything at all. Some horses can get injured and ill depending if they are injured or ill, obviously. So if we do /HS, which means horse list seen, and then type in ill, you can see there's nothing to display. But if we do /HLS injured, as you can see, 2 of the horses are injured. And if we do /HL in heat, it shows all of the in heat horses, which is only the Art of Trust just now. So to get an ultrasound or anything like that, you have to get a vet, obviously. However, if there's no vet online, you can right click your horse and click veterinary or farrier, whichever one you need. There isn't one for dentist yet, but it's fine because the vets do the same thing. So if you can see here, it says if there's no vets available, call a vet from the clinic. They do cost like extra than a normal vet, and as you can see, when you click it, somebody appears. And then what you do is you right click them, and as you can see, it can give you an ultrasound, vaccinations, injuries, illnesses, or anything like that. And this one's already got a cut gun, I believe. So as you can see, you can click dental work, and then Abby gives antibiotics here and now to help soothe the pain of injury. And then when you're done with your vet, you can right click her and click finish. And then you can just send your horse home again. You can if you have a horse with feathers, you can also clip the feathers as well. You can go to the mall to get food to keep your Hunger and first up as well. Thanks for watching. Bye.